too.
Oh, I just love VBS, don't
Favorite.
you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I like snacks.
Oh, well, me too.
I love snacks.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Snacks are one of the best parts of VBS.
Every year.
That's true.
Yep.
So, but this year, Ralph,
Yep.
we're doing VBS on the internet.
I heard that.
Wow! So, really, kids will have to bring their own snacks.
Oh, man. I hope you got some gummy bears out there.
Oh, that is a good snack.
Pop-Tarts are good too. Pop-Tarts are really good.
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Yes, but today at Hero Central
Skittles.
VBS, we're learning about Samuel.
Oh, yeah. I remember Samuel. He was a prophet.
Yeah, he was. He was a prophet in the Old Testament, and he's going to do something special today in our Bible story.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't want to give away any secrets.
Okay.
So we'll have to wait and see what happens with Samuel, and I'm not going to say anything else.
Okay.
Okay.
I want to know what's going on.
I know. You'll
Okay.
have to listen.
All right. I'm a good listener. I got big ears.
Okay. So,
I'm here.
kids, welcome to VBS.
Welcome, kids.
And enjoy.
I'm excited.
Let's go get snacks.
Oh, yeah. Let's eat. I brought some
Okay.
Skittles.
Oh, good. Will you share?
Yep. I'll share.
Oh, I'm glad. Let's go.
Let's go. Rainbow time.
Hello, heroes. Welcome to Bible Story Headquarters. Every day, this is where we'll explore stories of amazing heroes in a great book packed with heroes, the Holy Bible. Along the way, we might even discover that God's heroes aren't limited to the pages of a book. Let's start today with our hero verse for all the VBS Hero Central. It comes from Psalms. Our hero verse is Psalm 34, verse 14. Do good, seek peace, and go after it. Now, it's time for our first heroic Bible story. This one takes place in Bethlehem. Yes, that's Bethlehem. It comes from the Old Testament book, 1 Samuel.
Hey, that's me.
You're 1 Samuel?
No, just Samuel.
What are you doing here in Bethlehem?
God has sent me to meet a man named Jesse, because God has chosen one of Jesse's sons to be the next king.
Next king? Who's the king now?
King Saul, handsome guy, really tall, a little moody these days. He started out with a great promise, and he's a strong leader. But as for following God's way, well, he's turning out to be a bit of a dud.
What's the deal with the cow?
Well, I'm supposed to anoint one of Jesse's sons as the next king, but if King Saul finds out what I'm doing, let's just say it would be bad.
Still not getting the connection with the cow.
Oh, right. Since this has to be a super secret mission, God has given me a secret plan to take this cow with me and tell anyone who asks that I am on my way to celebrate and offer it as a sacrifice. Now that I'm here, I'm supposed to invite Jesse and his sons to be a part of the celebration with me. Don't worry, it's just a cover to keep everyone safe for the real plan. Speaking of real plan, here comes Jesse and his sons now.
Samuel, it's good to see you. I brought my sons with me for the sacrifice, as you requested.
About that, actually, I'm not really here for a sacrifice. This horn I'm holding is filled with oil. God has sent me on an important mission to anoint the next king of Israel, and it's going to be one of your sons. Whoa, who's this big guy?
This is Eliab.
He looks pretty kingly to me. God, what do you think?
But God told Samuel, have no regards for his appearance or his stature, because I haven't selected him. God doesn't look at things as humans do. Humans only see what is visible to the eyes, but the Lord sees into the heart.
Thanks, God. Yeah, God says he's not the one.
Oh man, that's okay. I've got plenty more sons.
So, one by one, Jesse presented 6 more of his sons.
Sorry, the Lord hasn't picked any of these. Is that all the boys you got?
There's the youngest, David, but he's out keeping the sheep.
You mean David the pipsqueak?
Send for him at once.
So Jesse sent for David and brought him in.
He's a little on the small side. God, what do you think?
The Lord saw into David's heart and said, "He's the one. Go, anoint him."
David, I anoint you, for you are the one chosen by God.
Oh man, how come David gets to be king?
David, you've just been anointed king. How does it feel?
Oily.
The Lord's Spirit came over David from that point forward. Then Samuel left and went to the town of Ramah.
Mom?
I don't know. It doesn't say. I'm assuming you can go too.
Mom.
He's the one who makes the sun shine. He's the one who puts the moon in the sky. He's the one who hung the stars one by one. He's the one who makes the birds sing. He's the one who makes your dreams so high. He's the one who makes me smile. Day by day, Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Spider-Man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Superman. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Batman. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than anyone. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Bobby. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than Action Man. Yeah, 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 yeah. Better than everyone. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend. Jesus, you're my superhero. You're my star, my best friend.
Hey everyone, welcome to Science Headquarters. I'm Zach. We'll be doing some science experiments that hopefully work today. In our Bible story, God looked deeper and chose David because David was a man after God's own heart. And every time we meet here at Science Headquarters, we're going to use the scientific method to look deeper and see some of the surprising ways God works in the world around us. So in each of these bowls, we've got different ingredients, and we're going to mix different stuff together and see what happens, see which one has the biggest reaction. So bowl number 1 over here, we've got baking soda in the middle, and we're going to add 3 tablespoons of soap to it and see what happens. Oops, so we got 1, we got 2, we got 3. All right. Is anything happening to that one? I don't really see any difference in here. Let's pick up this slimy bowl. Yeah, it's not even mixing together. It's just kind of sitting there in the middle. All right, so we'll go to the next one. This next one, same thing. We've got baking soda here in just the middle. And we're gonna add 1 cup of vinegar to it. Let's see what happens. There we go. That's a little bit more of a reaction. It's a lot of fizz there. I'm gonna do a little bit more there. Ooh, there we go. We got some different colors in there too. Cool, cool. All right. So we have the contestant number 3 down here. We've already got we got some food coloring down here in the bottom. We're gonna add 3 tablespoons of soap and a cup of vinegar together and see what happens. Yes, tablespoons. All right, so we got 1. Ooh, this one's green. I like that color. It's my favorite color. That's gonna show up. 2. And trace. All right, so we got 3 tablespoons of soap. Now let's add a little squirt of vinegar to it. See what happens. All right, doesn't look like too much happening here. It did mix together unlike the first one, but we didn't get a reaction quite like that second one. All right, let's move down to bowl number 3. So we've got baking soda here in the middle already. We're gonna add some 3 tablespoons of soap again. So we got 1, 2, 3. So no reaction yet, but we're gonna add 1 more step. We're gonna squirt a little bit of vinegar in there and just see what happens if we mix all 3 ingredients at the same time. So here we go, we're adding the vinegar in now. There we go. Ooh, I might have added too much. That might come out and... That's a much larger reaction there, isn't it? Oh, so how does that work? So when baking soda and vinegar mix, they release carbon dioxide in gas form. That's what makes all these little bubbles inside the gas when we mix them. Baking soda and soap does not mix and create a gas, and vinegar and soap don't either. However, when we include the soap in the baking soda plus the vinegar mixture, the carbon dioxide that is released again, but this time into the soap, making even more and more bubbles. Kind of like a smaller version of when you're blowing bubbles outside. Looking deeper into creation through science helps us learn more about God. Just when we think we have it all figured out, God shows us a new, unexpected way that God is helping to guide us, take care of us, and make us strong heroes.
Hero Central, share the news. Ready for action, ready to move.
On the lookout for God's call. Here to serve, to give our all. We're superheroes.
Lord was calling him again. The Lord said, "How long are you going to grieve over Saul?" Saul had started out as a good king, but his heart had turned to doing things his own way instead of God's way. "Fill your horn with oil." The Lord continued, "I'm sending you to Jesse of Bethlehem because I have found my next king among his sons." "How can I do that?" Samuel asked, his knees shaking. "When Saul hears of it, he'll kill me." The Lord told Samuel, "Take a heifer with you and say, 'I have come to make a sacrifice to the Lord.' Invite Jesse to the sacrifice, and I will make clear to you what you should do. You will anoint for me the person I point out to you." Samuel's feet got moving, and he did just what the Lord told him to do. He invited Jesse and his sons to the sacrifice. Samuel saw one of Jesse's sons, Eliab, with his big, strong muscles, and thought, "He must be the one God has chosen." But the Lord told Samuel not to be concerned with Eliab's appearance or stature, because the Lord hasn't chosen him. Humans see only what's visible to the eyes, but the Lord sees into the heart. Next, Jesse called 6 more sons. Samuel's head was spinning. 7 sons total, and the Lord hadn't chosen any of them? Samuel asked Jesse if these were all of his sons. "They're still the youngest one," Jesse responded, "but he's out keeping the sheep." Samuel snapped his fingers. "Send for him, because we can't proceed until he gets here." Jesse sent and brought David in. David had reddish brown skin, beautiful eyes, and a good-looking face. The Lord saw into David's heart and told Samuel, "That's the one, go anoint him." So Samuel took the horn of oil and with his hand anointed David right there in front of his brothers. The Lord's Spirit came over David, and from that point forward.
Up and away!
Up and away, that's what I wanna say. When I fly away and I save the day. If you're a bad guy on the run, I'm gonna get you just for fun. Fear is something I don't know. I fight for justice wherever I go. Up and away! I'm a superhero, flying around. No need to worry, you're safe and sound. Battling evil, fighting for good. I'm a superhero in your neighborhood. Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
No way.
Who could it be?
Check it out.
It's me!
Is it a bird?
No way.
Is it a plane? Who could it be?
Check it out.
It's me!
Battling crime, I'm in my prime. There when you need me every time. Undercover in disguise.
Here I am.
Surprise! It's okay, have no fear. Don't be afraid, help is here.
Just doing my job, man.
I'm a superhero, flying around. No need to worry, you're safe and sound. Battling evil, fighting for good. I'm a superhero in your neighborhood. Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
No way.
Who could it be?
Check it out.
It's me!
Is it a bird?
No way.
Is it a plane? Who could it be?
It's me!
Check it out.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane?
No way.
Who could it be?
Check it out.
It's me!
Is it a bird?
No way.
Is it a plane? Who could it be?
Check it out.
It's me!
If you're mean, you better go away. My muscles are getting bigger every day. David was a kid and I am too. You got the superhero, flying around. No need to worry, you're safe and sound. Battling evil, fighting for good. I'm a superhero in your neighborhood.
No need to thank me.
Superhero, flying around. No need to worry, you're safe and sound. Battling evil, fighting for good. I'm a superhero in your neighborhood.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No way. Who could it be? Check it out.
It's me.
Is it a bird? No way. Is it a plane? Who could it be? Check it out.
It's me.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Science Headquarters. So in our Bible story, God told Samuel that humans only see what is visible to the eyes, but the Lord sees what's in the heart. So our next experiment reveals an example from everyday life of how appearances don't always tell the whole story. So here we have 3 different generic unbranded sodas that we're going to be playing with today. So what do you think will happen if we put these cans in the tub of water? So we got the first one here is Dr. Pepper, it's my personal favorite. We're going to put it in the water and see what happens. All the way to the bottom, didn't really do anything. So we have our second unbranded generic soda. This one's a diet soda. So we're gonna see what happens if we put that one in there with the Dr. Pepper. Make sure there's no air underneath there, we'll flip it all the way over. Ooh. Wow, that one floats, that's pretty neat. So here we'll take a cherry Pepsi. So it's wild cherry, it's got a different flavor to it, so it's kind of neat, kind of exciting looking, got a really colorful can. Let's put this one in there and see what happens as well. Make sure there's no bubbles underneath. Oh, that one sank all the way upside down too. All right, so this demonstration is an excellent way to learn about density. If a diet and a regular soda are placed in a balance scale, it quickly becomes clear that the regular soda is heavier or has the most mass than the diet soda. So mass refers to how much stuff exists within an object, and for the purposes of our experiment, mass is going to be measured in grams. So diet sodas usually contain an artificial sweetener, while regular sodas will use real sugar. So most regular sodas have between 39 and 43 grams of sugar inside. This added mass is why the regular cans of soda sank straight to the bottom. Even though the soda cans look basically the same to us from the outside, they had different ingredients within that determined whether they would sink or float in the water. So God knew that being king was a hard job and that David was the only one who had the right heart inside that would help him not sink and fail in the coming trials. God sees what's in our hearts too, and when things get hard, God gives us the strength to rise to the top.
So Ralph, how was your day at Hero Central VBS?
Oh man, it's been the best day ever. I've loved it.
It has been so good.
Yep, it's good.
Yeah, so when we heard our Bible story.
Oh yeah.
So Saul was the king.
Oh yeah.
But God told Samuel to anoint a new king. Oh my goodness.
David.
That's a plot twist.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
Yep.
So God told Samuel that humans see what's visible to the eyes. Like Saul seemed like the best king ever because he was tall
big dude.
and handsome. And then David wasn't. He was a little boy.
Yeah, but as we learned, God saw into the heart of King David.
That's right.
We look on the outside, but God looks inside on the heart.
Yeah, and I think Saul had a rotten heart.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, but David had a whole heart for God.
Yep, he sure did.
Wow,
pretty
that's
cool.
awesome. So Samuel's mission was to anoint a new king. What does it mean to anoint someone?
Well, I mean, in the story, he poured oil over him and stuff. And I think it's to indicate someone is very sacred or official or special, such as a king or a queen.
So it was showing that God had chosen David.
Yeah, that's right.
Officially.
Yep.
That's cool.
It's very cool. And really the connection would be that the anointed one points forward to the ultimate anointed one in all of Scripture, which is a different phrase we might hear for the word Messiah, and that would be Jesus Christ. Jesus.
You're right, because Jesus is the King of Kings.
That's right. So David was a type of Jesus who would come. And as our King of Kings, Jesus went out and fought the greatest battles ever, including conquering and winning the battle over our sins when he died for us on the cross. So he is our good King, the King of all kings, worthy of our complete worship.
Wow, that's awesome!
Oh yeah. And unlike David, where David had a good heart, he still sinned. He still did some bad stuff.
Yeah.
But Jesus had a fully pure heart. He never sinned once, ever.
That's right.
Ever.
Wow, that is so awesome, Ralph.
Yep.
So, are you gonna come back tomorrow?
Oh, you better believe I'm going to be back here.
Me too. I want to know more.
Me too. I'm going to be here all ears.
Wow.
Yep.
What are you gonna bring for snack tomorrow?
I think I might bring some Oreo cookies tomorrow. I love Oreo cookies.
Oh wow! I don't want to miss it.
And I like Nutter Butters too. They're pretty good.
Oh,
Peanut
yeah.
butter stuff. I like that.
I like those better.
Yeah, they're good.
They're really good.
Yep.
I like those Elfkin cookies. You know, the
Oh,
ones
yeah.
that are the shape of the elves.
Man, they make them cookies in that tree of theirs.
I know,
and
but they're
so
delicious.
Good. They are good. They're better than Milk Bones.
Well, I'm not gonna deny that, Ralph.
You know, you wouldn't know, I guess, but dogs,
No.
we like cookies. I love cookies. I love them.
So do Sally's.
Well, I'll tell you what, Sally, you want to go eat some more cookies?
Yeah.
Let's go eat some cookies.
Oh, I love that. Okay.
right.
See you tomorrow, kids,
Goodbye,
at
kids.
Hero Central VBS.
Stay safe. Goodbye.
Okay.
Cookie time. All right.